So, you ever see a tech giant, a company you think you know, just suddenly make a massive move that sends shockwaves through the market? That's exactly what we're breaking down today. This is the story of how Qualcomm just kicked off a whole new battle for the future of AI.
Okay, let's get right to it. Just look at this. Not long ago, Qualcomm's stock just exploded, jumping up almost 20% in a single day to a new yearly high. Now, a move that big, that fast, that doesn't just happen. Something huge was going on behind the scenes. And that really brings us to the big question, right? Was this just a fluke, a flash in the pan, a weird day on the market? Or are we actually looking at the very first shot being fired in a brand new war over AI dominance?
Now, to really get what Qualcomm is up to, you have to understand the battlefield. And right now, the biggest battlefield in all of tech is the AI data center. It's like a modern-day gold rush. And the companies selling the picks and shovels, the computer chips, they are positioned to make an absolute fortune. I mean, these data centers power everything we do online, from streaming movies to the AI on our phone. So you've got these two titans, right? In one corner, there's NVIDIA, the undisputed heavyweight champion of AI chips for data centers. And in the other corner, you have Qualcomm, the absolute king of the chips that power pretty much every smartphone in your pocket. Two giants, each ruling their own kingdom. Well, until now. And that gets us to the big event, the thing that sent the stock soaring. Qualcomm made an announcement that basically said, we're not just staying in our lane anymore. They were officially stepping into the ring to challenge the leader, head on. And here it is, the big reveal. Qualcomm told the curtain back on two brand new AI accelerator chips, the AI 200 and the even beefier AI 250. And let's be clear, these are not for phones. They were built from the ground up for one single purpose, to go after the high-performance AI data center market that NVIDIA has owned for years. And this isn't just some one-off product launch either. This is a full-on campaign. They laid out a super clear roadmap for everyone to see. The AI 200 hits the market in 2026, then the AI 250 follows in 2027, and after that, they've committed to dropping a new major release every single year. That's not just a product, that's a promise. So you might be wondering, what do these chips even do? Well, they're designed for a process called AI inference. Think of it like this. If AI training is like studying for a test, AI inference is actually taking my test. It's the AI using what it's learned to make a decision or a prediction. Every time your phone suggests the next word to type, that's inference. It's a huge, growing part of the AI world, and that's the prize Qualcomm is chasing. Okay, so it's one thing to say you're gonna take on the champ. It's a whole other thing to actually have a plan to win. So how exactly does a company famous for mobile chips expect to break into the heavily fortified data center market? Well, their game plan is a classic three-pronged attack. First, they knew they had to branch out and make money beyond just smartphones. Second, they couldn't build this kind of data center know-how from scratch, so they had to go out and buy it. And third, and this is so important, they needed a real customer right away to prove this was all for real. And here's the proof that they're serious. For that expertise, they went out and dropped a cool $2.4 billion to buy a company called AlphaWave, instantly giving them top-tier data center talent. And to diversify, they're already pushing hard into new areas like cars and the Internet of Things, building a much bigger ecosystem. And here it is, the knockout punch for anyone who was skeptical. They've already locked in their first customer. A Saudi Arabia-based company called Humane is already on board and plans to start using these new chips in 2026. This isn't just a plan on paper anymore. It's a real product with a real buyer. Okay, so Qualcomm has made its move. The strategy is officially in motion. But what does the market think? What are the odds here? Let's see what Wall Street has to say about all this. For the most part, the experts are what you'd call cautiously optimistic. The general feeling is a moderate buy. What that means is analysts see the massive potential here, but they're also super aware that taking on the current champion is going to be an incredibly difficult fight. But that caution is definitely not shared by everyone. Some people on Wall Street are incredibly bullish. The high-end price target for Qualcomm stock has been pushed all the way up to $225. That shows you just how big some people think this move could be for the company's future. So when you put it all together, here's what we've got. Qualcomm, the giant of the mobile world, has officially and very aggressively jumped into the AI data center fight. They've got a detailed plan, they've spent billions on the right tech, and they already have a customer lined up. The chessboard is set, and the pieces are moving. And it all leaves us with one huge, fascinating question. Can the king of mobile actually become a new champion of AI?